Welcome back, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad that you're here. I hope you've had a good day. I hope you're having a good week so far. I'm excited to be here today. It's going to be a real fun and light episode. This is my third episode of Kleaning Life with Kia. First off, let me just introduce myself. I'm Kia. And the reason that I am here, the podcast name is Planning Life with Kia. But my goal is to use my brand, own a company. It's a cleaning company, do decluttering, organizing, um, basically just home management. It's just more than cleaning. So we're actually dedicated to just really helping people get their home lives intact and on routine and in order, because it is definitely a journey. So I'm using my brand and my business as a platform, wanting to just basically intertwine the two to just inform and educate and just be positive, and just let everybody know that we're just here together. We're not alone in all of this. So we're going to talk about kids on this podcast. And we're talking about cleaning. We're going to talk about order. We're going to talk about routines. We're going to have tips. We're going to do tips um, for like cleaning routines in your home. We're just going to do a whole bunch of fun stuff. But today is really fun. So I have a business, and I've been in business almost 5 years now. And I have two things going on tonight. So first of all, I'm going to introduce Jenny. Jenny works with me. She is amazing. Her spirit is amazing. She's beautiful inside and out. I could just sing her praises really all evening. She is amazing. And it's just crazy how our paths met, became friends, started working together. She works alongside with me, and it has just been nothing but a blessing. So she's here tonight on my third episode. We're gonna just talk about like how we met and how we began our journey from friendship up until this point. And then also tonight is the first night that I'm gonna host a vent solution session. So what I noticed over these years is, and even with myself, is that we complain a lot. We complain a lot about a lot of things, but as far as this is concerned, cleaning and just life, the routine of life and everything that surrounds it, we complain. I don't do so much more now because I found my little way. It's definitely a balance. You definitely have to change your mindset along with some other things, but I've been doing that for some time now, so it's not bad for me at all. So that is a big plus that I love sharing with you all. I have four boys, and it's a busy life, and people are just like, how do you maintain? How do you do that? That's crazy. And it's not that it's just easy, but I have such a good routine and such a good flow, um, that I just want to share it all with you guys. So, like I said, even with those kids, if you want to vent about those kids on here today, we're going to do a vent solution session. So we can vent. We can vent about the husbands, the boyfriends, girlfriends, wives, spouses, whatever. We can vent about the kids, um, how certain chores aren't getting done. You can just vent about it. It's okay because it's real life. I came in today and I was fussing when I came in from work today because, Tuesdays, first and third, I have the podcast. And I walked in today, and as soon as I hit the door, I'm like, what's that smell? What is this I'm smelling? Like my house has a smell. Everyone's house has a smell, and it smells good. So when I walked in today, it was just off. And I'm like, dude, what are y'all up in here doing? Um, had to vent this evening. As soon as I got in, they were in there warming up some stuff on the stove, and I think they let it burn a little bit. They didn't soak the pan or whatever the case is. It's like, I don't want to smell that mess as soon as I hit the door after I've been home from work. Y'all had time to fix it. So if there's anything that you would like to vent about today, you can do that. It's a safe place. But we're not just gonna work ourselves up and just vent about it. We're gonna actually come up with a solution that will help you do better in your life. So yay. So I guess at this time, and so at some point, like I said, you all who's ever out there, when you want to start with your questions, you can at some point, we'll read them and we'll answer them. So in between that, we're just going to chat and be talking about some other things as well. So the first thing I want to do is just introduce Jenny. Like I said, her mom made some cookies, and I had those on the last episode. Mm-hmm. It was the last episode, and they were delicious. And like I said, she's just amazing. Amazing inside and out. And I just want to introduce her. So when I'm going to my clients, and my clients know when they see me, they'll see her, or they'll see me, see me and her, or me or her, but they're quite familiar with who she is, after all this time. So what has it been, like 2 years almost? Mm-hmm. So she's been with me for almost 2 years working. So I'm going to introduce her. So come on in the frame, Jenny. Hey. So first of all, I'm excited because I'm not up in here talking to myself today.
Well, I'm excited. Thank you so much for having me and allowing me to be a part of this amazing podcast and educating people on what your business is all about and what you stand for.
Yes. So Jenny and I used to live in the same neighborhood, and we've been in Oklahoma now maybe 6 years now, maybe going on 7 years. And we lived in the same neighborhood. And I guess I'll let you talk.
Okay.
I'll let you talk.
So our boys, she has 4 boys and I have 2, and they're, around the same age. And my boys didn't have anybody to play with in the neighborhood. So, they would go to the park or whatever. And her boys were always at the park. So our kids started hanging out, and they became, buddies real fast. And it was good for me because they weren't alone and, always fussing with each other. So then they had somebody else to, do things with outside. So eventually we were able to meet each other. And that was an interesting meeting.
Yeah.
I'll let you tell that part.
Okay. So the first time that we actually met, it was because of the kids, but it wasn't because of like a grand situation. So it was one of those situations where it really could have defined whether we were gonna be friends or, like each other, hate each other, or become like arch nemesis in the neighborhood with each other. Because the kids kind of got into a little conflict. And so I was aware before Jenny was aware. I already knew some things had taken place. It was with one of her boys and one of my boys. And so I was waiting for the situation to kind of transpire. I had given it some time, and I knew that I would be talking to her at some point. So after what was supposed to transpired or didn't transpire, whatever the case was, did I come to your house?
I came to yours. Didn't I? Yeah, I think I came to your house.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. How did you know to come over there?
Noah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You used to make the little.
Okay. And so I spoke with Jenny about the situation, and it was just like, I remember like her face was just kind of blank because she didn't know. And anytime there's an issue with kids, your kids and somebody else's kids, you can almost predict that something's going to go bad. At least that's typically what happens and what most people think, because I'm a mama bear and she's a mama bear too. Like, we some big, mean mama bear bitches. When they come to our kids, like in real life.
Yeah.
like for real. So I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting. I didn't know her, but I know how I am. So I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't know how it's gonna pan out, because some people they just don't receive things well when you're speaking to them. And I was polite. I'm not rude or anything like that. But anyway, it went well. The conversation went very well. The energy was very well. It felt like we were just two parents trying to raise our kids, trying to do the right thing, trying to get down to the bottom of whatever the hell was going on, figure it out,
and find the solution.
And find the solution, and find a solution. And we did. And we went from like not knowing each other to like, well, we're here. Yeah. We're here together. And I don't know, like everything that happens, it always kind of speaks to my heart, like how you interact with people, like one interaction with someone, and it could go totally bad and ruin so many opportunities for the future. Sometimes you just have to be quiet and really get to the solution. You don't have to huff and puff, and it don't have to be a pissing contest, who love their kid the most or who the craziest mom. It's really trying to find a solution for those kids. And now that all these years have passed, all our kids and all of us get along. Like, I love all her kids.
Family.
It's family. Yeah. Yes. And all my kids love her and her kids. And like, for real, like, I mean, we're close. Like, I be talking shit to her kids. And it's like in real life, it's just like a family. And I'm just thinking, like, I'm just so grateful, because if we had got off on a bad foot, none of this would have ever happened. And I can honestly say, like, everybody's lives have been improved because we've been in each other's lives. So I'm just grateful. Like I said before on a previous podcast, at this point, so after we got to know each other and stuff like that, became friends, and we had already moved out the neighborhood. Jenny had moved out later at some point, and like I said, I stopped by for whatever reason, I'm not sure. But when I tell you that house was clean, like, some things just excite people. Cleaning excites me. I don't know why. It just does. Like, it's I don't know. It's refreshing. I don't know.
And you didn't know that it did me too.
And I didn't know that. We never had that conversation. Like, she know what I did, but we never had a conversation like, well, do you like to clean? Because who really be like talking like that and asking questions, and it's weird. And I had been in business some years before, but in literally no help. It was honestly me. And it wasn't because I mean, I could have just found somebody. I could have just found somebody and just hired somebody. But this business, I had a vision for it. And it was more than just going to somebody's house and just taking a rag and slopping it around and cleaning up some stuff and say, your house is clean. It was really with the intent to help. It needed to be felt. Like, I wanted the services to be so intentional that the clients, everybody felt it. And you cannot just hire people. Like, there are teachers that has no business being teachers. Like, you have doctors that have no business being doctors. You have therapists that have no business, people that have no business being therapists, because that's just not them. Some people just want money and they just want a paycheck. So it was never that feeling of, I'm just doing this so that I can get money. And I needed somebody with the same energy, the same spirit, the same intention, and the same heart. And that is very rare. So even after Jenny and I got together, like, other than the kids, the children, and they've been helping, and they do a great job as well, because they got people that this is what we do, and we've reared them a certain way. But outside of that, I've temporarily hired, kind of here and there, kind of like to fill in, but just as a permanent space, I haven't, because I need to attract, I need this business to attract the right people. Going into people's homes, it's the energy that's involved. You have to be able to trust people when they're coming into your house, because people will steal. They will steal your things. They will steal your husband. They'll steal your wives. They'll steal your kids. They just steal. So you have to be, so you have to be careful. And I'm like, I can't have somebody around me represent the brand, yada yada yada, and they're just not good. I want everything. I want them to be good on the inside, on the outside, and side to side.
Yeah.
So that's what I got. That is what I got. So to all my clients, the clients that are already with us now, they already know how she is and what she do. Like she is phenomenal, and you're welcome. And so to my clients that I'm attracting that are coming by the droves, come on in. This is Jenny. So you'll be seeing Jenny as well as myself.
I just want to add, like, I think I remember when you had came to my house when we were moving, and you were like, "Oh my God, this is amazing! Like, I didn't know. Did you clean like this?" And I was like, "Yes." My mom always taught me, you leave something better than how you found it. And she
Mhm.
used to clean houses when she was younger too, so it's always just been instilled in me. If you move out of a place, you want to leave it where it's moving ready or better.
Mhm.
So that was kind of the where we just clicked, because
Yes.
that's like your part of your vision with Help Now is you don't go into a place, you always make sure to
Mhm.
leave it better than you found it. So
Yep.
it carries over into the vision of Help Now, and I'm so thankful for it because I love to clean too.
Yes. And we both do. We're working full-time jobs right now. I am 2023 is going to be my transition year. Yay! So she works full time, I work full time, and then we like have to see clients. So it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's different. Like it seems like it's a lot, but it's the other job that I don't like so much because it's a job and it's too big to work for other people. So I like doing my own thing. Like doing my own thing. And the clients are always so nice and so welcoming and always attract people that really, 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 really need help. So I'm just so glad to be here to know why I'm here, my purpose. So like when I wake up in the morning, like I'm not fumbling around in my mind, like I don't know why I'm here, like I know why I'm here, and I love helping people. And I used to shy away from that because people be taking advantage and stuff. But when you get older and you get tougher,
Yeah.
it's like I can just love and do whatever I want to do, but I have such strong and strict boundaries
Yeah.
that I'm not affected. I can just love people and help people as much as I want to, and it doesn't ever feel draining. Like there's never been a time that we've left a client and just like be talking shit like, oh my God, hate it. I'm so
No.
glad to be up out of there. Like it's never that because
It's therapeutic. It is
it
so.
is.
And not only is it therapeutic for the client, but it's therapeutic for us because we love to do it, and it's who we truly are outside of our 9 to 5. And this
Yes.
is really a part of what we want to help other people with. And your vision is giving us that vessel to be able to do that and to carry it out and let other people know that they can be helped through cleaning
And
too.
I'm so excited. I had someone reach out this week. I've had like a lot of new people reaching out this week for assessment. So starting tomorrow, like the rest of the week is just gonna fly by. They say, have you experienced working with someone and they gave you a bad review? How do you handle that? We have never had a bad review.
Ever.
Never had a bad review. And I take pride in
Yeah,
that.
I'm proud of that.
No bad reviews. People aren't really, but I'm working on it so they can leave a more I can get more reviews. I have something lined up so that people, when I'm done with the services, that basically they can just leave a review just like that. But outside of that, people aren't really big on leaving reviews like on my page and things, but they always text or send a
Yes.
message afterwards. And I can't, unless someone didn't like the service and they told somebody else, Other than that, I've never had a bad review. Matter of fact, every time I hook up with a client, they're like, somebody told me about you. Oh, I heard about you. And it's always good things. So I've never had a review. Like, thank goodness. Um, and in my mind, I'm like, oh, listen, is it hard? Business hard. Let's talk about people always talking about how they could get it cheaper. Ooh. So no one has ever really come and said anything about they can get it any cheaper. So, oh, story about that. I've been working my face off for all these years. Let me tell you. So when I first started, it was like, okay, cleaning. I was just really trying to get acclimated to this whole new world. I knew what I had in my mind, and I knew that it was going to take some time. Like, it has been a long time, like just getting things. I be feeling like in my mind I need to be further along, but considering the amount of help that I've had or lack thereof over the years, and me doing everything on my own, I'm right where I need to be. You just be feeling like you need to do more. But when I first started, oh my gosh, it was the same quality of work, because I just can't go in there and just clean any kind of way and just do anything. I'm not going to do that. I was charging like $13 an hour.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
That's crazy.
And doing the same thing that you
Doing
do
the
now.
same thing. Doing the same thing I'm doing now with less supplies and equipment. Like, I would have like cleaning supplies, everything I needed, but like I didn't have like my backpack back like I have now, like all that stuff. And I mean, it would be like, you remember Miss Shayla house?
Oh yeah.
It'd be like houses that are like ginormous, and just think going through there, no proficient equipment, just my back.
It's like a 4,000 square foot house.
That house was huge as fuck. Like, her house, you pull up, it's deers.
Yes.
Yeah, it's deers just out there like, hey, on a lot of land. And that house is big. That house was scary. It was so big.
And if you haven't seen the before or afters on the Help Now page, please go take a look, because the quality that she's talking about that she did when she first started is the same quality that she brings every house now. And she didn't have near as much stuff as she does now, near as many tools and even the help. And it is phenomenal. So you got to go check it out. To be paying $13 for that.
Yes, it was. And now I'm looking back like, girl, you were insane. But it was with a purpose, though. Yeah. But I did that with a purpose. It wasn't like I was just doing it to be doing it. I knew that it was like crack price, like crack it right there. So.
But you were starting out. You had to start somewhere.
But I had to start somewhere. And honestly, just to be real, I wanted Black people to be able to afford and experience the services.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I did. Like, the first thing that people always say are the prices. They do talk about the prices. And then I'm trying to introduce a culture of people. I'm trying to introduce something to them that really isn't the norm. You know, like Black people, we don't have people in our house like that, like cleaning, and we're not used to that. We're not used to that at all. But I wanted us to experience it, and I wanted it to be a good experience. I wanted to be a good experience, because we need help too, but we're just not accustomed to it. We're not really trusting of people. I get that. We're not used to the help, and normally, like, people just don't want to. They just don't want to help. So that rate was so that I could get started. Oh, and before I even let me go back before the $13 an hour. Before the $13 an hour, it was $0 an hour. Let me tell you what I would do. Before then, I call a relative on the phone, and I'll be like, "Hey, your bathroom still dirty?" I call like my aunt and be like, "Your bathroom still dirty. Can I clean it?" I'm not gonna charge you nothing, but will you let me use the pictures before and after? So I will, at some point, I was just going to people's houses, like just cleaning simply and only for pictures. Now, luckily, God loved me, the universe loved me, and other people love me too. So even when I did that, even if I call a relative and be like, hey, can I come do this? The job would be so phenomenal.
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh my God, like, of course I'm gonna pay you something. So I mean, and paid me good. Like what I think they would be paying me then, I don't even get paid now. They just go chase your dreams, girl. And I would go and do it, but I didn't charge per se. I just needed the picks. So once I got enough picks to kind of start a cleaning portfolio, um, then I went from like 0 to 13 an hour. And it was the same thing with them. Like I would ask permission, of course, because I take before and afters. They say, yeah. And I did that as much as my mind and my back could allow before, if you know what I'm saying. It's like at some point, it's like, okay, kid, that's enough. Because you're in it to make money. You're in it to create a legacy. You're in it like you're in it to help people, but you're in it for you too.
You were working your face off.
Working my face
Literally.
off. So it went from 0 to 13, and even after 13, I went up just a little bit more, but I wanted to kind of ease into it. But I wanted to give people the opportunity. And during those times, so many people, especially Black people, we were able to take advantage of the services. And once I kind of got in there, even with the increase in prices and my rates, they still stayed along. And even at this point, my rates are
Oh yeah.
still below what the average cleaning company charges for services. And I do a better job. We do a better job.
It's impeccable service for an underrated charge,
Yeah.
honestly. And it's because it's not about the money. It's not about what you can, do to get in return. It's always about paying it forward, helping somebody else. Because
Yeah.
what you do with this business is just phenomenal.
A lot of clients have children, and a lot of people like they just don't know like what to do. I'm very, very, very solution oriented. I'm the kind of person that we're not gonna spend time complaining. Like you say what you need to say, I hear you, but we need to find a solution because that's the purpose of it all. Like if you want to just complain about something, just say that. Just say, hey, I just want to complain today. But if you're really wanting um, you really want things done the right way, like we're here.
So many clients, every time we've gone into a house together, it's after you've done the free assessment, you make a plan during the assessment, and then you go in, we have that plan. And I have seen so many clients jaws drop and they're like, what? But how did you do that? Like that took no time because you go in with the solution. You go in, you know what the mission is, and it's no time for riffraff. It's no time for complaining. It is what it is, and we're going to do what we can do within the time that we have, and it's phenomenal.
And we don't ever go in your home rushed. It's never rushed or make you feel like, oh my gosh, like it's very natural. It's very natural. Or we don't want to feel like we're foreign in the client's home. We want to feel like we're a part of the home when we come in. So the first step is when they reach out, we do the assessment, and I don't do any services that day. I just go in and I take a look around, but like, hey, I'm just gonna go look around. Tell me what you need done. And most clients, they be like, here, it's yours. Just go through it and just look, just do whatever you want to do. So we'll go in, we'll check it out, and we'll execute a plan. Like I literally execute a plan, and I'll be straight up. I'll be straight up when we're talking to them. Like this is not gonna be a 1 day project. We're gonna come up with a plan, a reasonable, workable plan. And we're going to start with this room and we're going to declutter this, and that's going to create space so that we can move this around, and then we'll have more space so that we can clean everything, because it is very hard to clean when you need to declutter. You have a lot of clutter. It is hard to clean, almost impossible. And if people come in your house and they're cleaning and you have a lot of stuff that needs to be decluttered, 9 times out of 10 your stuff didn't get cleaned.
That is such a good point. So many people, maybe somebody watching, it just doesn't understand that, oh, my house is so dirty, it might be cluttered. But like she said, you really do. You've got to have a declutter before you can really get a good clean. it makes sense, and it's so it just makes everything flow so much better in your house when you kind of go along with the plan. And her vision is, again, it's just, when she gets in there, it's like she has this little thing in her head that's calculating all the steps and the resolutions for whoever's house we're in, and it comes up perfectly, and the clients are always happy.
They're always happy, and they're like really nice. They'll come in and well, a lot of times they're not even at home.
Yeah,
Like
true.
at this point, the business, the reputation of the business, it has stood out before, it has gone before me. So even before I can even reach or pick up a towel to clean or do anything, the clients are all already so trusting. Like they already just know. They be like, well, we gone for the day. Like we
Here's the garage code.
and or not even that, because remember the time we pulled up to James and he just wherever he was at, he just let the garage
Oh
up.
yeah, he was out of town.
He was
Out of town.
and we pulled up and we like, okay, we thought somebody's roommate was gonna be there and they weren't at the time.
Mhm.
And we pulled up and all we know is that the garage just opens up just and at some point he texts, he's like, oh, I didn't know that nobody was gonna be there. I'm out of town, let you in, have fun. Like they don't care, they know when they kind of get a taste of us and they know that we're not gonna come in and steal nothing. We ain't gonna come in and do a half-ass job. We're just not gonna do it because I'm telling you, like we love doing what we do. And then we already be having our mind on somebody else. We be trying to find out where we can go have a drink afterwards. Like we be thinking about some other stuff. We be talking about the kids, trying to get home, trying to figure out the rest of our lives because we have lives just like everybody else. Um, have lives, but nobody has complained about the rates. Even when 2023 approached, I had to change my rates. I had an increase in my rates, and I haven't done that. I hadn't done that in a while, and I was just nervous a little bit because it's like everybody's not gonna come back. Everybody's not gonna. They're so used to these rates. They're gonna be like, oh my gosh, and it's just like, Kia, but you can't worry about that because even at this point, I'm still not charging enough. Like I'm really not.
The competitors are even sometimes double what you charge now, and not near as good a job, not professional, not communicative with the clients, not pre-assessments, not Kia educates. You know, we when we go to these clients' houses and let them know, we're not just there to do a job and then just leave. She's going to let you know, hey, this will help in this area, or this might help you in this area. It's so much more than just a cleaning. So the rate that she has really isn't for any kind of, oh, I'm going to get rich type thing. This is what she loves to do. This is her business, and she's all about truly, genuinely helping people. Genuinely.
I am. Like, I just think life would be so much easier and, to get those stress levels down because you're home. Like, that's where you live. That's where you sleep. You invite people that are close to your heart into your home. Like, it is like it's the center of everything. So when it's not, and like I said, there are just some people that don't care. So I'm not talking to you. If you did, I'm not talking to you. But it's a lot. And I'm just saying, like, with my own experiences, I'm like, when I started the business, it was like, and I have a degree in business, and I knew that I wanted to have my own because for so long I was doing resale management. And I'm just like, this ain't where it's at. I wanted my own, but I wasn't really quite sure like what I wanted to do, what I wanted to do. And you have to ask yourself, like, okay, Kia, knowing you are who you are, it's like you start a business, it's like, what would you pay for? It's like, what would you pay for? What do you need? Like, what do you really need? And what would you pay for? What is it? Help! Help! Maybe some help.
Every woman says, every mother says that for real. It's the truth.
It is. It is. Like, help. And it was like a light bulb came on. Like, I'm telling you, the light bulb came on. And I was like, help. And I'm good at helping. And people can pay me to help. And that's really like where it all started. And I love cleaning. It's like, how can you help by cleaning? Can you give some examples of your services? Yes. So let's start. I guess decluttering.
Oh, yes.
That's yes, I love
Love
decluttering.
decluttering.
Like decluttering is like my favorite. Like we love everything we do, good at everything, but I love decluttering because I'm telling you, it'd be a mess.
It's like a puzzle. Literally, it is like a
It's
puzzle
like a
that we
puzzle.
put together
Yep.
and then going home.
And then go home. Like stuff be everywhere. And a lot of people they just haven't been taught. They don't know. They don't care to know. Or they just don't care. Like I don't know. But we do decluttering. And I mean, and we'll have a plan for everything. And so even with that example of services, I can't wait because at some point during the episodes, we're gonna do tips and I'm gonna like show you how to like visualize, like how to get through a big declutter project. And it is not as hard as you think. It's actually quite simple. But then there's just some things that people just don't want to do. They have no interest in doing. They don't want to do, don't care to do, and I'm the same way. Like I don't like doing my hair. I just prefer somebody else to do my hair. I don't want to. I mean, I'll do it, but I don't want to wash it. I don't like doing my taxes. Somebody else got to do. It's just some things that I don't give a. I don't care. Just pay somebody else to do it. So that's how it is, kind of like with the cleaner. But decluttering, we do general cleaning. So there is a difference between general cleaning and deep cleaning. So you have your general cleaning, like how you would generally clean your house, your stove, your floors, your countertops, dishes washed, bathrooms, all that. So the deep clean is like a general clean, but on steroids. Yeah, is what it is. So with the deep clean, it's baseboards, ceiling fans,
Inside, outside oven,
inside, outside oven,
refrigerator,
inside of the refrigerator if you want the refrigerators done. Inside of the windows, we do the window sills, windows. We will, if you got spots like your walls, we'll wipe your walls down.
Pet stains,
Pet
odors,
stains.
those are deep cleaning.
We do carpet cleaning. We do declutter organization on garages.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, just general. Oh, listen, we so good. We'll take dirty clothes to the laundromat. Do you hear me?
Sure will.
And have done it. And will and have done it. Right.
Oh yeah.
Laundry is a big thing.
We use every washer and dryer.
Yep.
I mean, I don't remember how many loads was it like?
It was like 26, between 26 and 20.
Oh yeah.
26 and 29 loads.
Oh, those regular customers were not happy because we used them all.
Yes, a client needed laundry done, and she had a bunch of laundry. And hey, Bo.
Oh,
I got you. I got you. She said, put me on the books ASAP. Okay. I got you. We got you. But we went to the laundromat and literally we took over the laundromat. Like we took over the laundromat. We took over pretty much every machine in the laundromat. But when I tell you it was impressive,
it was. It was.
It was impressive. It was so impressive. Like it was just a flow, and it was me, you, and Kabai that day. So I'm telling you, we had an order for getting laundry in, putting it in the machine, and we started them all about the same time. So they finished all about the same time. We put them all in the dryer. Look, it was a donut shop right in the same parking lot. Went over there, ordered my baby some donuts. They even had chicken strips and shit. So he ordered him some food. Once those machines got going and we were sitting there waiting, he was sitting there eating. We were doing whatever we were doing on the phone, reading, doing whatever it is that we do. Clothes got finished in the dryer. All the clothes got done. We took all the dryers out. She said, I'm in second place with the laundry. That's what these And you're right.
I wasn't going to say nothing. I would. But it's okay. You know, we got you. We got you.
Yes. Do you have your own cleaning products that you created? Is that to make it? Yes. So I have so many good things that are in the making. Like so many things that I'm about to pop out on y'all on this podcast. I can't wait. So I'm not gonna go into a lot of detail about that, but it is very exciting.
And you want to tune in.
And you want to tune in. I don't want to be premature with announcing anything or saying anything as the time get closer, but definitely there's some things that are going to be beneficial and very useful for everyone. So yes, we do pretty much everything. And then like a lot of clients like, so here's the deal. I'm just real straight up. Like, just tell me what you need. Like, I'm very transparent because everybody's situation in their home is different. Everybody's situation is different. So everybody have different needs. So if it's some things that you need done that isn't just quite on my service and rate, open your mouth. And if I can't do it or don't want to do it and ain't gonna do it, I'll let you know. Like, I'll let you know.
Absolutely.
And if you can, like I have people like they get real creative on they customize their cleanings. You know, even with the money, people are on budgets, but they be like, I'm gonna get my service, boo. If I have you come here for even 2 or 3 hours, they already have mapped out. I tell them priority. What do you need done first?
Yeah.
Because if we have 2 or 3 hours, baby, we can't clean the whole house. We just can't. Now we good, but we ain't that fucking good. Like
we tried.
We tried, you know, but they prioritize. They know what they want. Somebody may come and just say, I need my bathrooms clean for sure, and I need the laundry done, or whatever the case may be. And like, that's understandable. That's understandable.
Sometimes people just need, pantries done, areas that are just a hassle or something they just don't want to tackle, don't have the time or the energy, and we can do it, and we can customize it, and we can make it, functional for you and your needs.
Yep, they'll be like, okay, I need the bathrooms cleaned, and I need my pantry decluttered, organized.
Yeah.
You know, it may not be a full cleaning on the house. You know, it's what you need. It's help now. So we're here to literally to help you. It's not a cookie cutter business. Like at all. Oh yes, especially our senior citizen. Oh my gosh. So yes. And that's another thing. Like, it's not even about just people that have children or people that don't want to clean their house. What about these older people? You have these older parents, grandparents, and when people get older, they just cannot do all of this stuff. Like, you have people, they be so old, like they can't do anything. They can't do anything. They just function every day. They just function every day. That's all they do is just function. But they're not moving their couch. They're not moving the couch and getting all the trash and the junk and the dirt and the dust from behind the couch. They're not doing it. They're not moving the coffee table. They're not moving the refrigerator. They're not even cleaning inside the refrigerator. They old. Like, they just can't anymore. So that is just something all different within itself, because shame on people. They just forget about the old people. And I mean, it be people like living by themselves. And I'm just like, damn, where are your kids? Because if they're not even going to come over there and clean up, I guess it's my bench session. You know, at least hire somebody to come clean. Like, I don't know. I'm just like I always say, like, my heart is different. Everything is just different. Like, when, you know, and you can only do what you can do, because like with me, I got my own life too. And that's why I be straight up with these clients too, because I don't come to them with a cape on my shoulder, on my back, like, I don't do that.
Although it does feel like it.
It do feel like it. It may feel like it, but I'm human just like everybody else. I got kids. I got to work. I got to do this. I got to do that. So, like, my clients, they'll let you know. Like, I'm going to be real straight up. When we texting, our dialogue, and we're communicating, I'm real with you because I'm a real person. And just like you got your kids and you got your job and you got your life, we got our stuff too.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm honestly and truly here to help. So we're going to make it work. Like, we gonna make it work. That's part of my best session. And then also another thing I want to vent about too, and they ain't even got nothing to do with kids. It's y'all. It's y'all I want to vent about with these kids, these parents and clients with these kids. Let me say, I'm gonna get on you real quick. It's gonna be my vent solution. And then y'all come up with the solution. Stop fussing at them kids. Now I be fussing at mine, but it's different. It's different when I fuss at them. It's different because I have reared my kids. I'm telling you from the time my oldest son was able to potty train and he would stand up and be penned, I have taught them, like, don't play with me. You better get the disinfectant while I'm cleaning the toilet seat. You better figure it out. Like, and so just think, 17 years of that, like, they good. So, you know what I'm saying? So, but y'all with your kids, y'all ain't taught them shit. You haven't held them accountable and you don't stick to it. I've had clients, I'll go in that house, and because sometimes we have to calm the clients down, it'd be like a sense of anxiety because it's other people in the house and they already have seen that the house is kind of in disarray, but then you got other people in the house monitoring it as well. And then, of course, the kids are always a big factor because they don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. So they don't about nothing. They just don't. And they kids.
They just exist.
They just exist
in your space.
And they want to eat shit and do shit
and sleep.
And sleep.
Repeat.
And yes. But you have to stay on them. You can't fuss. It's disheartening to see because, like, I've been in some class and they be on them kids' ass. Like, and it's like, that's cool. If you're going to be on their ass like that, you need to follow through so that you're just not fussing at them all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, make them be accountable. But it's you that's not sticking to your guns when it comes to those kids. Consistency, because they'll do what you ask them to do. And like, even for me, people be asked, like, how do you do it? My house ain't perfect. If I were to take this phone and go in there right now and just walk through, you'd be like, damn. It's not bad, you know. It's lived in, but it's maintained. Like, before I came to the podcast, I had to go wash my hair, blow dry my hair. I had hair everywhere. So when I got done, I had to tell my son, hey, go get the vac and come clean up my hair for me, please. And then I had another son come in the bathroom and help mama. Come help me clean this up for me because I got something to do. And they're just accustomed to it. They be like, okay. And they just go and do it. They're acclimated. But just think, if they didn't do anything at all, first of all, if I hadn't taught them anything, and then I'm just fussing at them all the time, wanting them to be on this consistent pattern that I'm not, that I haven't held them accountable to. And then, like I said before in the other podcast, you have to join in with them. You can't make them feel like, well, I went to work all day today. I'm tired and I pay all the bills. You clean up the bathroom. You can't talk to them like that. They don't care about that shit. Mm-hmm. You have to literally show them how it works. And it don't be perfect. Like in my house, it do not be perfect. Sometimes, like, I'll be looking at the trash. Like, sometimes I just be like, I don't care. But it's not in a way, if I go a couple of days and it's not tended to, it's okay. Yeah. It's nothing that I can't recover or they can't recover. But it ain't like I was just in the house cleaning all that damn thing.
I think that's a misconception. I think that a lot of people have even said to me before, they're like, oh, you clean houses and you probably live in an immaculate house, and your house and you probably eat off the floor. No, thank you. No, sir. No, ma'am.
No.
We live in our house, but there's a difference in just living and maintaining and living and not giving a damn.
Yes.
And we're able to maintain, our kids are able to maintain, and then, the kids that just don't give a damn, it kind of comes from the parents not giving a damn. And that's where we come in and provide them tools and educate them on how to be consistent.
Yes.
Consistency.
It's consistent. Yeah. And you have to find out what's important in your home, what's priority in your home. Like, because what's important to me may not be important to you.
Right.
And what's important to you may not be important to y'all. What's important to us might not be important to y'all. Like, for me, I'm telling you, in the morning, I got to get up. I got to make my bed. I will not leave the house without my bed being made. It's just not going to happen. I have to do that. I have to run a load of laundry before I leave. And it's not even just really, it's towels. I have to do towels because we run through so many towels, like, all the time. So I'll make sure my bed is made. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna load of laundry, and I'm gonna make sure that the kitchen is stable. Like everybody's up in the morning, the kids will eat before they go to school, yada yada yada. And so they may not have time to just get it out. So Monte gonna grab them dishes when they get in from school. Now I will say that about him. He gonna stay on that bathroom and he gonna stay on that kitchen. But I'm not gonna leave it like with stuff everywhere. We're not gonna, even when we go to bed at night, we're not gonna leave it. We're gonna make sure the dishes are rinsed because I don't do dishwashers, but the dishes are rinsed and they are in some type of order. So that in the morning, if I decide to wash the dishes before I go to work, it's just right there. I just draw my water, yada yada yada, and do what I gotta do and just move on. I need the floors to be a certain way. I don't like hey Tina, oh my gosh. So I have people from my hometown chiming in. Yay! So it just depends on what is important to you. I know my routine. And then sometimes you just gotta put that work in. Like over the weekend, I was up in the morning cooking breakfast and dinner at the same time. It's a lot. But I had to do what I had to do because I knew that the days that were coming up were gonna be kind of busy. I had things to do. And I don't know about nobody else, but my kids are important to me. Everything and everybody. I don't want anybody in the whole wide world to feel like they're more important than my kids because it's a lie. It's a whole big fat ass lie. I love my kids. And so they get the best of me. Like they get the best. They get the best. Everything, the job, the business, everything. It revolves around my kids. Like, I'm sorry. Not sorry.
Don't be apologizing.
And not like sarcastic as hell. Like not. Yeah, like that's just the way that it is. So I have to make moves sometimes that it may seem like it's busy, it may seem like it's a bunch of work, but the benefit on the other side of it is way worth going through whatever on the front end. So you just have to do what you have to do, but that's important to me. Like I'll go in there with my mind made up. Like I'm gonna go cook breakfast because I want them to have a really good breakfast, and I want to make it because I'm their mama, and I want them to have memories. So when they get older, they be like, you remember how mama used to get up in the morning, and like that's the type of energy that I want. Are there any new endeavors for your business? Yes. So many different, and that's crazy because I don't be knowing what to share and what not to share. You know how they be saying, like, sometimes don't tell people like all your moves and stuff that you got going on. But in the future, because I'm just like I said, there aren't a lot of businesses that are like this business for sure. And I want to help as many people as I can. So I will share like one new endeavor that will be coming up. And I'm not sure when. I'm still gauging everything because, like I just said, my kids come first. So I have to make sure that that everything that I do, that it. But I am going to start and will start doing like distance decluttering, virtual decluttering. So I'm so excited because the thing about decluttering, and even with the cleaning, some people don't mind like doing the work and cleaning. Like they don't mind doing it. Some people they don't want to do it, so they'll pay us to come in there. Some people they don't physically mind doing the work. They just don't know what to do and they don't know how to do it. So for those people especially, I can just sit here like I am now and I can direct them and show them what they need to do in their home without me even being there. That is so exciting.
It is.
It's so exciting. That's one thing that's gonna be happening at some point, but there are like so many other things. And what just really trying to do is like pace myself. I don't want to be premature on releasing anything or doing anything in a rush because honestly, when I do things, it has to be from my heart and it has to be intentful and it has to be with purpose. I don't believe in just doing shit just to be doing shit, just to be trying to get money or, anything like that. Like my peace is more important than anything. So I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna drive myself crazy. I'm not gonna make promises I can't keep. I ain't gonna lie to you about nothing. Like we're not gonna do none of that. Like it's a whole real situation, and I think that's what the world needs.
Yeah,
It's more people that are gonna be real.
absolutely.
And even with cleaning, it's just a small part of this journey, but well, it's a small part, but then at the same time, it's like a big part of it as well. And it's just the home management. It's not just like
Yeah,
cleaning. It's managing your home. It's like a business. Your home
it
is
is.
like a business, and you have to be able to run it. But you run it with consistency. You run it with love. You run it with positive intentions. You run it with boundaries.
Mm,
Run that bitch.
that's the key. Boundaries and
And
consistency. Oh,
consistency. Run it. Run it. Like because with me, like in my kids, it's small, it's enough for even children to understand.
yeah.
Even children know how to understand. Like they understand, like, now I don't want to come home and be stressed out. The house ain't gotta be perfect, but they just know that there's just certain things that just ain't gonna fly. I don't want to come home when I come in from work and it's shit all over the floor.
It's to me, it's bringing the functionality to the chaos, not perfection. You
Yep.
you cannot have perfection when you're living in your home in your house. So it's bringing the functionality to your everyday chaos, whatever
Yep.
that may be, and it's different for everybody.
Yep. Because everybody's working every day. Everybody's busy every day. You got stuff going on. So it's like, what is important and what can I get done? And that's being realistic about it. Like I be working, but I ain't stressing myself out. Like even with the clients, like I
Mhm.
had the client that was just on here a minute ago, Benicia. I remember one day I hollered because I was just in there working, just gone, cleaning it, in it, gone. And she just sat down on the sofa. She was just like, she said, "Girl, how do you do it
Yeah.
all?" And I was like, girl, this is like all the stuff that I got to talk about on this podcast. Because even with that, that's another session because it ain't even really about just, okay, we're gonna do this. It doesn't work that way. Like
Mm-mm.
it starts from like the basic foundation of like the things that you eat. It ain't because I'm just superwoman. It's because I drink my water. I mind my
Yes.
fucking business. I eat decent. I'm not like a perfect eater, but for the most part, like I eat really decent. And it's with purpose and intent so that I can have energy, I can have a healthy gut, I can have a healthy mind, so that when I go into people's houses, I'm not bullshitting with y'all.
Right.
Like I have clarity. The last 2 weekends, I made it my business not to schedule any clients at all because guess what? Need to rest, need to decompress. I am a human. People come out here trying to sell you a dream, trying to get your business and giving you these real unrealistic expectations. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah. Always.
Always.
You
You
always
better
keep it
ask these
real.
you better ask these people, these clients, but that's what brings us together. That's what brings us together because it's relatable. I want to be I want the business to be something that is relatable. Um,
Some clients are really extremely surprised at how open you really are, and they're like, "Oh, I
yeah.
love you."
Yes,
Like
because it's
you just make things so relatable, so easy to understand, and you are just down to earth. You are yourself, the same way you are right here every day, outside of this podcast, at work,
and
at
probably worse. I'm
every.
worse outside of here. But life is just a journey.
Yes.
So you have to laugh, you have to love, you have to be consistent, you have to know what you want. So, for those that know what you want, so far as this home management cleaning and all of that is concerned, like we're just here and I'm just so thankful for you.
Thank you for having
Like
me
I'm not
on
gonna
this
even look at you that
evening.
much. I'm like,
Thank you. I'm thankful for you allowing me to be a part of this. This is amazing that what you do for people. Thank you
yes, we just love to have fun, and life is just light, and it's beautiful. Like you get up every day, and we got all these things that we got to accomplish in a day, and you got to make sure your kids are straight. You got to make sure you're straight, your home is straight. It has to be comforting. It has to be easy. It has to be good. So I'm not here to say that I have all the answers or that I know it all, because I don't know it all. We're just here helping each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't better than nobody else, but I am a very special person, and so is Jenny. And we have a very special set of skills. Who's it? Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson.
Yeah, I got a special set of skills.
I'll find you guys.
I'll find you. Yeah, we'll find that dirt. Yes. So thank you all. Oh, that's time already. And just like that, it's been an hour. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And I know that you'll be back soon again. I'm so glad I had somebody here to talk to today, because I'll be up in here I'm talking to y'all, but I'm really like talking to myself. And I don't mind talking to myself, but I know that when I'm done talking to myself, I can watch myself talking to myself, and it just be kind of weird, and I'm getting used to it. But thank y'all so much for coming in, and I'll see y'all again in 2 weeks. Thank y'all so